This is week number 6 reflection video. This week was interesting. I think the big part that really stuck out pretty obviously was the debate. I thought it was pretty funny going through it. I've had some experience with debate, at least in high school. And this debate, it was an interesting format, but I think the format for it at least worked pretty well. It was interesting just because it didn't really follow the normal flow of what a debate should be, but I think it made a lot of sense because there were so many people. That said, some of the people definitely made some points that didn't really make sense for both sides, one side or the other. I myself didn't make a great point here or there, but a lot of it was just kind of all over the place at points. I would like to see us more dive deeper into certain issues or bigger issues and maybe just start talking in a very organized sense. Maybe whoever raises their hand, whoever goes, just have a streamline where you just keep going down one path until you've really stopped and then start a new argument, but not being able to really go back to a previous argument. That'd be pretty cool. I think that would work maybe a little bit better and would potentially get a better conversation, though some people would maybe get kind of heated. I really think the best part about the debate was at the end of it, everyone decided that it seemed like everyone was in agreement, which was really cool. I think Kate brought it up, that the issue just turns into sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It really depends on who has that data and how they use it. The big thing is, yeah, there's all this data out there. It only matters if people are using it badly, then it's bad. If they're using it for good, then it's good. And I don't think anyone can disagree with that. There's a fine line. There's people who don't want any data shared because they don't trust people. There's people like me where I'll share everything because I don't care, and I'm not worried about my data, and I kind of trust people a little bit more, or I just don't care that they're using it for iffy reasons, I suppose. But it really comes down to, I think the main topic was human nature, human morale. Big data is a tool in a larger debate on the good versus evil of humans and how we want to use it. So I think that was an interesting kind of end to the debate, but it worked out really well and was perfect. So I had a fun time with that. I'm looking forward to the next debate. I have to say, getting ready for that was a little bit more fun than reading a paper, but I understand papers are important and they're still fun to read. Last part for this was the Google Refine. I really want to comment on that. A lot of people in the class didn't seem to like it. I didn't mind it at all. I think the learning curve was a little bit harder. It wasn't as easy to point and click and figure stuff out, but once you kind of got the hang of it, I was a joke. It was in a good way. It was really easy to use. I had brought up in class that one of my favorite parts was that you could actually code in it, and the fact that it was its own language that was annoying, but you could really code and put work that made sense to me, at least, inside of it. And some people complained, yeah, it was so hard figuring out this one part. That one part was like, this should work. I tried something, how I would think something would be written like that, didn't work. And then I looked up the documentation on it, which, by the way, is perfect. It's nice, compact, small, not hard to understand. So it's just, I know this is something programming can do, so I'll find it, and found it and did it, and it was not an issue at all. So I thought Google Refine was actually really good. I like it more than Data Wrangler because it just seems like more of a powerful tool. Like, Data Wrangler is this web application that kind of, it does things, but it's meant for the user interface. I like to be able to get deeper and do more work. So I think Google Refine's better than Data Wrangler. I don't think either one's outweighs the other in vast proportions, a majority. There's definitely a place for either one, depending on who's using it, but I myself prefer Google Refine, so that was a good thing. Actually started playing around with Apollo a little bit, and that one's a little bit tricky to kind of figure out any meaningful stuff. So I liked the past couple assignments more than that. But that is for next week, and until then, next reflection video.